Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's topic is do's and don'ts in daily stand-up meeting. We already discussed in one of our episode about daily stand-up meeting, but here we are going to summarize the points. What are the kind of best practices like do's and don'ts in daily stand-up meeting? First thing about the timing. The time of daily stand-up meeting. This time should be comfortable and suggested by the team and not by the scrum master or the product owner. If team is comfortable at specific time, preferably we suggest on the start of the day so that it will be really beneficial. In that start of the day, what is the perfect time the team is comfortable with, we should plan the daily stand-up meeting. Second thing about the ownership. Ownership is always about the team. Who owns the daily stand-up meeting? It is the team and not the scrum master or product owner. Which means if scrum master or product owner is not available, some teams cancel the daily stand-up meeting. It is not required. It should not be, because teams are self-organized. So what should we do? Team should take and conduct this daily stand-up meeting. And if there are some points or actions that need to be noted for product owner and scrum master, they can pass that information. Third thing, this meeting is not a status meeting. So what we need to do and what we should not do? First thing, it is a collaboration meeting and not a status meeting. So the first thing is, it is all about we share our concerns, like what are the blockers, what are the dependencies I have, anything I need to take some support from my team members, or I can offer some support to team members. That kind of collaboration we are looking for, and not about any kind of project update or project status. And no one should look for project status and project update from this meeting. Next point, it is not a technical meeting. So what we should do, what we should not do, we can raise the concerns. If we have any dependencies, we have any blockers, we can share those concerns here, but we should not look for solution directly in that meeting. That we can take offline after this meeting. So we can share the concerns, we can share the issues, we can share the blockers, dependencies, risk, everything. But we are not going to look for any kind of problem solving or any kind of fixing the issues during this meeting. That should be taken offline. This meeting should be a transparent meeting or platform for the team members to share the concerns. When I say concerns, it's about dependencies, risk, block. It may or may not happen, but if I feel as a team member something may come up, I can very well do that. So I should not restrict myself, and this meeting is going to make everyone comfortable to share that kind of concerns transparently about the blockers, impediments, any kind of dependencies that are coming on our way. That is the whole purpose. Next thing, this meeting is a time boxed meeting. So what we should do, what we should not do, we should respect everyone's time. So the details what I am sharing should be very, very crisp. When I say crisp, I should not go into detailed level of information. Instead, I should be very well able to quickly add the point what I need to share, so that it will be a very quick meeting. And if I have anything to discuss in detail, I can very well share that information that I need someone's help, so they can stay after this meeting so that I can discuss with them. So we need to really give importance to the time, because it is a time boxed meeting, and we should very well stick to the timing and be very cautious about the time that we are taking. Next one, we need to update the details in the tool, and if there is a physical board, we need to update there as well, because that gives a very clear picture where we stand, whether we are blocked or not, whether we are comfortably able to move or not. All those details will be visually presented when we are updating the details in the tool as well in the physical board. So it is must and mandatory that team should support on this to update the details on the physical board as well as on the tool. Next point, as a team, we should review the burn down chart. We will talk about burn down chart in a detailed episode, but we should review the burn down chart. This gives a very clear picture whether our progress is on the right track or not. So that gives a very well detailed level of information whether we are going towards the actual goal as per the plan or we are already deviated or not. That visual representation, this burn down chart, will help. We will see it in detail, but very important thing is what we must do in this daily stand-up meeting is every day we should have the practice of reviewing the burn down chart as a team. Next point, this meeting is not a meeting to discuss about any kind of details that are related to the upcoming sprints or what is all about the whole roadmap. If there are any points that product owner wants to share, that should be shared after the daily stand-up meeting. So about the roadmap, about the future sprints, about any high-level details that are not really relevant for this particular daily stand-up meeting, we should not encourage and we should not do that in this meeting. Next point, if there is any kind of scope change or priority change that is coming up in the sprint scope, in the sprint backlog items, product owner is looking for some priority changes or some scope changes, or there are some requirements that are getting obsolete. These things should be discussed at the end of the daily stand-up meeting. Product owner should share this after everyone's turn on sharing their details is done. Product owner should share this information. This should not be taken to the specific person who is owning that user story. It is not the right thing, because this information should be known to each and every team member. Why? As a sprint goal, we are committing as a team. As a team, we are committing on the sprint goal. It's not about one person. So everyone should know what is happening, what are the changes that are coming. So any scope changes, any priority changes that are happening in the sprint backlog, every team member should know. So it should be discussed at the end of the daily stand-up meeting. Next point is, there may be many other points that would have been captured as dependencies where Scrum Master or product owner or some team member may be owning that. They may be working on that as well. Those kind of updates also should be given at the end of the stand-up meeting. Say for example, in the refinement meeting, we gathered few points as dependencies. Those dependencies are actually owned by Scrum Master. Like say for example, we need to talk to the UI team to get the designs, because we are looking for some high priority items that are still not available with the design. So Scrum Master should get back with the information when those designs are available. That is a dependency. Now for this dependency, it is very important what is happening in the dependency, because that is an action item and we need to clear the dependency so that our next refinement we will be in a comfortable situation to complete that particular work item in the refinement session. So now that kind of updates should also be shared at the end of the daily stand-up meeting by the respective action owners. One very important tip I want to just share as the last point to do It is very important that we should not follow the same order every day from team members. Like, for example, every day it should not be like person A telling the sharing their details, person B sharing the details, person C sharing the details. It should not go in that order. Instead, you can allow the team, hey, you start, and once you are done, please call out some other person name so that they can share their details. So it should be mentioned in that way, so that it makes everyone be active, very active in the call, and very active even in the person also in the daily stand up meeting. So this is one of the tip I generally follow, and it also is a very good practice, I feel, so that it is actually the collaboration level is also very high. And I also want to talk about very important practices that we can follow, and it is really good to have in virtual daily stand up meetings. But I want to take it as a separate episode, so that we can quickly discuss on few points which are very specific to virtual, so that it can be really beneficial in the times when we connect from home and work. I think this is what the episode all about, the do's and don'ts in the daily stand up meeting. I hope this would have helped many of you in understanding the points that what we can do and what we can avoid in the daily stand up meeting. Thanks everyone for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.